did Tamika wear on your wedding
Oh,
day?
she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
Lingerie?
lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and bulgur rice. We just supposed to know bulgur rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with bread and squeeze sugar.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help. We can help her with all her legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Ratified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show. My name is David Squeeze Annakie, here with Brad Bernstein.
Squeeze Annakie, Mr. David. How are you, sir?
I was just, listening to the show.
Yes.
And just doing a little simple analysis.
And what was the analysis?
And the conclusion
What have you come up with, sir?
What I came up with is, if I were out there just on in a car listening on 93.5 FM, and I heard bong 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 bong,
you would turn.
No. Music is fine.
Right.
I'm like, oh, nice beat, cool.
Nice beat, right? You like it.
And then I hear.
I like the beat. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. It's good, right?
No, it's not a beat I'm talking about.
It's a good beat.
Hold on. The
Okay.
beat is cool. Then I hear, Squeeze, you know what bulgur is? You know, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
going on
what's,
here, right?
What's going on?
Yeah. We're going
need
to
an appropriate intro.
We are
to the show.
We were going
Welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
We were going to do it.
It's got to be like, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
I'm going to give
with Brad Bernstein.
I am going to give you a preview. Okay, it's all about living the
the Jew and the Jamaican.
No, it's not the Jew and the Jamaican. It's all about.
Or it's the man and the man.
No. It's all about living.
It's the man with the cards.
No, it's all about living the American dream.
It's the American dream.
Exactly, but we have a problem.
What's the problem?
The person who is doing it is out with the flu this week, so we'll get it for next week. That's what happens. Small production staff.
So the person who is working on the project flew this week.
Correct.
They flew?
They flew out the door.
They flew the coop?
Yes. And I don't have anything in front of me that shows whether we're on Facebook or not. Nobody gives me anything.
Listen, these days, man.
Yeah. Lucky we're just here.
These days I just chill.
Yeah, lucky we're just here alive.
Cheers.
By the way, I was out to dinner last night.
So was I.
Yeah, and I'm at the restaurant, and there's a guy who doesn't really fit our demographic. Okay, he's an older, white Irish man in his mid-60s.
Who says that doesn't fit our demographic?
I don't think it fits our demographic.
Of course it does.
It does not. And he says to me, we're talking, he goes, you're a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I hate lawyers. I can't stand lawyers. He's ripping lawyers apart. I said, well, I'm not your typical...
His last name is Annakie?
No.
Just kidding.
I said, well, I'm not really your typical lawyer. I have this radio show. I help people. I answer immigration questions. He goes... You're the lawyer on 93.5 FM with that Jamaican guy Squeeze? I couldn't believe it. He knew me, and he wanted to take my picture with me. It was funny.
So you think white Irish people do not listen to our show?
I did not think so.
Really? It is a commercial radio station.
It is true. I did not think so.
Last time I checked, I believe the owners of the station are Irish. The last time I checked.
Maybe it was the owner of the station. I don't know. So
you were out with Bill O'Shaughnessy last night?
No, I was not. So, what do you want to do? You want us to talk about what's in the news? I'll let you decide. You want to talk about what's in the news? You want to just go to immigration questions?
Let me hear the hottest thing that's happening in the news.
Well, it's not the hottest thing.
Yeah,
that's
the hottest thing that happened.
Do you want like pop culture stuff or serious stuff?
The serious stuff.
All right. So serious stuff.
Yeah.
Trump wants to send the terrorists from New York City to Guantanamo Bay. He says the American justice system does not work as fast as he wants it to. He gave a midnight tweet that they should be sent to Cuba and given the electric chair in Cuba. And that was at midnight. At about 8:30 this morning, Squeeze, about 30 minutes before we go on the air, he retweeted No, I think Cuba will be longer. We like the American justice system, even though he said 8 hours earlier the American justice system is a joke. So, what do you think of that?
I think it's just Trump being himself.
You know what? Me personally,
mm-hmm.
you know, the American justice system, you know, there's transparency. Mm-hmm. There's due process.
Yep. There's no
There is
waterboarding.
a fair trial. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows what's going to happen because there were so many witnesses to what happened, right. And there were so many, and so everybody saw what happened. So we know ultimately that this man is going to be found guilty and most likely get the death penalty.
Right.
But we're still going to go through a transparent process. We're not going to take him out back tomorrow and shoot him. Okay? Even though he already got shot on the street.
Right.
But you know, we're going to go through a transparent process. We're going to go through something called due process, which mm-hmm. means that you have the right to a constitutional fair trial. Mm-hmm. And until you're found guilty, you are not guilty. That is the American system. And maybe in the American system, Squeeze, it'll be a few more months before he's found guilty and a few more months before he gets the death penalty. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather live in a country like that is transparent and even protects the worst person's rights than live in, if we take him out back, we send him to Cuba and we execute him tomorrow, then that's a kangaroo court and we might as well be living in ISIS land.
True.
Right?
Gotcha. I'm with you.
So that's what's happening there. He also is blaming Chuck Schumer for the terrorist attack. Senator Chuck Schumer from New York, Trump has blamed him. He said Schumer was the one who voted in favor of the diversity visa lottery in 1990, when the diversity visa lottery is the visa program that brings people to America with green cards from countries that are under immigrating to America. So what the diversity visa program does is it allows America to maintain its diversity. So we don't have people coming all from one country. We have people coming from all over the world and we become a homogenous society. You know, this guy obviously came in the diversity visa lottery, Squeeze, and he's obviously a bad dude. And, you know, certainly the FBI, the CIA, Department of Homeland Security did not vet him very, very well. But who's to say he didn't marry an American citizen and get his green card? Who's to say he didn't get sponsored a job and get his green card? Who's to say he was a good guy when he came here, and then when he was here, he somehow got converted to this radicalism? And who's to say that the same guy who got converted to radicalism, it couldn't have been some guy who was born here? You know, I don't think it's the visa lottery. I think it's, you know, it's we're in a war, Squeeze. Right. And you want to know what the war is? It's not a war where we're going to drop bombs on people. It's a war of ideas. And I think, you know, instead of Donald Trump saying we're going to go bomb everybody in the world, mm-hmm. I think we have to, and you know who really showed it, Squeeze? I'll give you my 2 cents. The Russians. They interfered in the American election. They were able to sway people's opinions by just going on Facebook and using propaganda. ISIS, it's the same thing. It's all propaganda.
Yeah, everyone's using the
internet. It's a war of ideas. And instead of the United States spending billions and trillions of dollars on bombs, they need to spend billions and trillions of dollars on computer programmers, and social network people, and people with good ideas to disseminate it around the world and to disseminate it to Americans. And now, Squeeze, that's a war we could win. Never going to win a war where we keep just throwing bombs on people. Yeah. You want to know what happens when you throw bombs on people, Squeeze?
What?
They get mad. And then they want to bomb you back. That's usually what happens. Like if I walked over to you, Squeeze, and punched you in the face because I didn't like what you had to say.
I wouldn't punch you back.
What would you do?
I'd eliminate you.
You would eliminate me, exactly. What's the same thing? It's the same idea.
Did I just go on record and say that?
It's the same idea. You would eliminate me. I would not exist on this earth.
You know?
I would not exist.
You know, yep.
So I don't think, you know, Trump, you know, because he can't have a terrorist attack on his watch. It has to be somebody else's problem. All right? So it's Chuck Schumer who voted for a visa program 25 years ago. That's whose fault it is. But really, the fault lies.
Donald Trump.
The fault lies with the entire American government. It goes back to George Bush 1, goes back to Clinton, goes back to George Bush 2, even goes to Obama, because they're building bombs. And yes, of course, we have to protect ourselves. When are we going to build a program to win the war on ideas?
After we finish bombing everybody.
After we finish bombing everybody. So that's what I see as the problem. I don't know how to win the war on ideas. I'm just a guy on a Facebook show, Squeeze. That's all I am.
I'm just a guy on 93.5.
Yeah. The other thing that's going on is Donald Trump is being sued in New York State Supreme Court here. Did you see that?
Again?
Yeah, he's being sued by a former apprentice contestant who said that she was sexually molested by him in his office while either filming the show or trying out for the show, about 7 years ago. Now, this lawsuit for molestation and the lawsuit for, sexual abuse, it's a 1-year statute of limitations in New York. So she's not really suing because he physically assaulted her or physically touched her. It's a 1-year statute of limitations.
Right.
What she's suing is for libel and slander because he said during the political election process that he never touched her. She's a liar. She's making this stuff up. So she's suing him for libel and slander. Now, Trump says, Squeeze, that this is all political, which it probably is. Mm-hmm. Because, and I'll let you opine on this in a second.
No, I'm listening.
You like this so far?
I'm doing a lot of listening. For the past 16 minutes, I've been listening to you.
Well, I've got a lot to say.
I've only gotten 3 words in.
I've got a lot to say.
I know, you do. So
and then I'll let you talk.
You see how mundane I've been
lately? Yes, you're very, you want to know what was in the news. So I said, So any event.
Is Donald Trump never not in the news?
No. Right. So you could have just said, let's talk about Donald Trump.
That's
it. In the news, right?
As a matter of fact, I think we should talk about Donald Trump all day today.
Yes.
Because if it's immigration, it's Donald Trump.
Seems to be a
If it's the terror attack, it's Donald Trump in there. Everything is Donald Trump. If you go to Russia,
it's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. Yep. I'm quite sure last night had to do with Donald Trump.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
It all ties
in to Donald Trump. So as a matter of fact, anytime we say Donald Trump, if I don't see angry faces coming across the screen, I'm going to get up and walk out of the studio.
We're not political, Squeeze.
Huh?
We're not political.
We're not political. I'm just saying we have a president that is called Donald Trump.
We are not political.
The real Donald Trump.
Yes.
All right?
We are not.
The one who is putting more ICE officers on the street to get rid of you immigrants, to get rid of you people who have green cards and then you have infraction because of felonies and criminal convictions. And what are you doing about it? You're sitting on your asses and you're not becoming citizens. No, don't become a citizen. Sit back. Wait for Donald Trump to put you in that bad boy room when you're coming through the airport or when you realize he changes the law and said, oh, guess what? You're not a citizen. You know what? I feel like revoking some green cards for whatever reason. He can make stuff up. He can go for laws. It's the truth. So why aren't you doing something about it and become a damn citizen?
You want to know why?
Why?
No one listens to Squeeze.
No one listens to me.
No one listens to
Nobody listens to me.
No one ever listens.
It's like, for the past 20 years, we've been saying on this radio show, damn it.
It's not a radio show anymore, Squeeze. This is a broadcast digital show.
Well, 93.5, it's a radio show. On social media, it's a broadcast. You know what? It's a show. All right? It's the Brad and Squeeze show. For 20 years, I've been saying, hey, become a citizen. Do you know how many people have said, Squeeze, no, I don't want to become a citizen, man. The hell with America, man. Forget about America, man. But you're here. You're working, you're getting some benefits, you are actually living the American dream.
I don't know how we got off on this tangent, by the way.
I don't know how
I was talking about Donald Trump.
All I know, the numbers are going up.
I was talking about Donald Trump getting sued.
Yeah. Again.
Mm-hmm. So I'll just 30 seconds and we'll go take immigration calls.
Yeah. So everybody out there, just call us up. 1-800-529-5465. I am going on a citizenship drive. Everybody needs to call up Spar and Bernstein. Let Brad Bernstein do your citizenship, especially those people who have been arrested or ever been arrested in your life or if you want to get it done right. Because a lot of people out there screw it up. Simple processes get screwed up. I think I'm a bright guy, and I've screwed it up before. So call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. The Brad and Squeeze Show. I'm here. I'm getting pumped. I'm listening to Brad. I'm not listening to Donald Trump, but we have no choice. That makes no sense, but still, we're here. How are you, Brad?
You done now?
I'm done.
All right, let's go. I lost my train of thought on the Donald Trump sexual assault, libel, slander
Basically,
suit.
yes. $3,000?
$3,000. That's what she's suing for. So it's all political. He happens to be right. You know what they're trying to do?
What?
You know what they're trying to do?
What?
They are trying to get Donald Trump to have a deposition to say that he never touched her. He never made any sexual advance to her. He never sexually abused her or molested her. And then have proof that he's lied and perjured himself in a sex assault case. Sound familiar, Squeeze? Mr. Clinton and Monica Lewinsky? And then that is I believe, their little end around to try an impeachment against him. It's my opinion, because she's only suing for $3,000. It's obviously political. What do you think of that?
I think Clinton is one guy who didn't mind certain people getting on their knees.
Apparently not.
That went over your head, right?
Yeah. All right. 1-800-529.
We're talking about the players kneeling.
Oh, okay. that was totally over my head. 1-800.
I bet you Jill and everybody in the production room got it.
Yeah, they're all disgusted. They're disgusted at you right now. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Petrona. We're going to be answering your immigration questions now, Squeeze. Your immigration questions, Petrona's immigration questions.
Petrona. I love the name Petrona.
Let's go to Petrona. Petrona in Brooklyn.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning,
How are you?
Petrona.
Squeeze. Good morning, Brad. For a husband petitioning for a wife, the application states that it's scheduled for interview since June 25th. How much longer is the wait?
The husband is in the United States, the wife is in another country, or they did an adjustment application?
Adjustment.
It's supposed to take 6 months, but it's now taking about 9 months. So if you filed in June, don't expect an interview till March.
No, they say they received the application in June.
Don't expect an interview till March.
Okay.
All right?
All righty.
Thank you.
All right, take care, Petrona. All right. Hey, Brad, Crystal wants to know, my stepdad is a citizen. He wasn't married to my mom. She's married to someone else. Is there any way he could file for me?
My stepdad is a citizen, was not married to the mom?
Who was not married to my mom. She's married to someone else.
So then how is it?
Is there any way he could file for me?
Guess what? No, he's not your stepdad.
Okay.
He's just a man who had a relationship with your mom but never married him.
There you go.
All right, let's go to Williams in Brooklyn. Williams
in Brooklyn. How you feel about our great President Donald Trump?
Good morning, sir. I don't like him, period.
You don't like him, period.
Period.
Period. All right. You would have been. You know what? The only better answer, William, would have been, "I don't like him!" Exclamation point.
Exclamation.
All right.
Question.
What's your question?
After filing for the citizenship and you go do the fingerprint, how long after that they take to call you?
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. When did you fingerprint?
I do the fingerprint like maybe 5-6 months ago.
You should be getting an interview very shortly. If you don't get it before Christmas, give me a call and come see me in January.
All right.
All right.
All right, take care. All right. Once again, folks, this is the Donald Trump Show. The Brad and Squeeze Show. All right, I'm testing, every time I say Donald Trump, if I see hearts going across the screen. Everybody loves Donald Trump.
Yeah. By the way, we have nobody on hold right now. So if you do call,
I bet you I get a line to ring.
You want to see Squeeze go crazy, everybody?
No, I don't want to go crazy.
I want to see you go crazy.
No, I'm going to do it the mundane.
No. I want to see you go crazy. You used to go I remember when we first started. Squeeze used to stand up and jump up and down. And call out every borough.
You got chairs,
you would shame people into calling.
All this Jedi stuff.
You would bully them into calling.
No, my name is not Donald Trump. I don't bully anyone. like they don't have a mind of their own.
All right.
Anyway, listen up, folks. Once again, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. The show comes your way live at 9, live at noon each and every single weekday. Created by the law offices of Spar, Bernstein and the LinkUp Media group of companies. And this is where you can actually call us now to get your immigration questions answered. Questions on green card, questions on citizenship, like I noted earlier, questions on work permit, questions on how do you come to the United States? How do you become legal in the United States because you're out of status? So, did I make any sense here? Somewhat.
So far, no.
1-800-529-5465.
I get what you're saying, though. I get the gist.
You get the gist.
I'm getting the gist.
Bottom line, you're out of status.
I'm getting the gist. Bottom line is, right now we have 12 open lines, and if you call right now, you will get your immigration question asked and answered
for free.
For free. Now here's a person who's calling the wrong number. Squeeze. There's a Kim Toan Lee from the Philippines who thinks that she can call me on Facebook, and she's going to get on the rate. She can't call me on Facebook.
I know. Maybe we should point a Facebook call to the call system.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah,
that would be a smart idea.
Yeah, let's see if it works.
I wonder if we can do that.
Yeah, let's go to Cami in Yorktown, because Cami called 1-800-529-5465. When was the last time I got calls from the Bronx? When was the last time I got calls from Brooklyn? When was the last time I got calls from Queens? Let's go to Cami in Yorktown, and that is in Westchester County, one of the richest counties in the United States of Donald Trump.
Cami,
how are you? How is Yorktown?
I'm blessed. Yorktown is great. Not very many people up here with the Trump, but you know, it's great.
Quite familiar with Yorktown.
Yes,
I am.
Very good.
So what's your question?
I spoke to you guys a few months back and asked Brad a question. I followed his advice, and the case is moving along nicely. What I want to know is, I petitioned for my stepdaughter. Her priority date was August 12th. Long story short, her interview is scheduled. It's actually this coming Tuesday on the 7th in Jamaica. I'm concerned. Should I go down for the interview? I kind of have a ticket pending if I should go or not. I'm not sure.
Did your husband get his green card already?
Yes, he did.
And is he a 2-year or a permanent green card holder?
He's a permanent green card holder.
Okay. Who's walking? How old is this child?
She just turned 18 in July.
Okay. All right. So she's going to go herself. You can, the fact that your husband already got his green card is sufficient proof to the consulate that this is a real marriage. So it's not obligatory that you go. If your spouse did not get his green card, I would say absolutely you got to go, because there's no evidence that you're in a bona fide marriage with your spouse.
Okay.
It's really optional. You can go. You don't have to go.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Okay.
If you feel more comfortable going, fine.
Then by all means.
By all means, go. You're going to sit outside.
You're going to sit. Do because
then go because it'll make you feel better.
The documents, and I don't trust her mother with my documents.
Okay, fine. So then there's your answer. It's not for the consulate issue. It's you don't trust the mother to do the right thing. To do the right thing.
Right.
All right. So go.
Right.
Go. But most likely they're just going to have you sit outside. But definitely go.
All right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But then she can say, by the way, my stepmom's outside, and then it may invite you in. You never know.
You never know.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I have a ticket pending for Saturday. Thank you, Brad.
Hey, thank you, Cami. All right.
Now, Cami, before you go, make sure if you're going to go that you bring evidence that you and your spouse are living together today. Because if they call you in, that's what they're going to ask for. So bring your most current bank statements, bring your tax returns, bring pictures of you, bring all that proof of the bona fides of the marriage that you would have brought to your marriage interview.
Oh, got it. We have all of that. No problem. Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
All right. No problem. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Remember, the number for the law firm is 1-800-529-5465. Imperative, important that you book your consultations to see Brad Bernstein or any of the attorneys at the law offices of Spar Bernstein. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to be squeezing in my questions from social media while Kim will do the social media segment. This way we go back and forth with Brad here. By the way, Brad, can a green card holder get legal guardianship of a minor who is out of status and file for a minor?
Yes.
Oh, really?
If that would be a SIDGE case.
It's a SIDGE case,
yes,
which we talk about so much.
Correct. So in other words, if the green card holder, if that child's living with the green card holder, and you can go into family court and get guardianship of that child, and prove that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with at least one biological parent because of neglect, abuse, abandonment, then the judge will say that, give you a special order saying that this child should not go back with at least one of the biological parents.
It's like the child
that entitles the child to self-petition for a green card.
There you go.
Understand?
I know my stuff because I learned from the best, Brad Bernstein. All right. Did not get my answer because the show was interrupted the other day. How long will it take for a sister to file for a brother, Brad?
Assisted a file for a brother?
Yeah.
Over a decade.
Yeah. Like you normally say 11, 12 years, right?
11, 12 years.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. One more before we go back to the phone lines. 1-800-529-5465. Hi. How long does it take to get AOS interview appointment in New York City after biometrics?
9 months.
9 months. There you go. Let's get back to the phone lines. 1-800-LAW-LINK.
Let's go to Karen. Karen.
Hello?
Hi, yeah. Karen.
Hi, this is Karen from Jamaica.
Karen from Jamaica, how are you? Good, what's happening?
I'm fine, how are you today?
Fabulous. What's going on?
Awesome. So I was wondering, all right, for example, I have a child. Let's start with the filing. So I'm on filing. However, because I'm being trailed by my mother, I was advised that I'm not able to add my 2-year-old daughter.
How old are you?
Like, how do I go about that?
How old are you?
21.
Okay, so your mom is a citizen?
No, my grandmother is a citizen. She's filing for my mother. However, I'm on the filing with her, but I was told I can't add my child.
Okay, when did grandma file for your mom?
Yeah.
When did grandma file?
Hey, when did grandma file?
When is it?
I'm trying to...
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact year. But I even did my interview.
Oh, you did your interview already. Okay, fine.
Right.
So yes, unfortunately, you when grandma files for mom, you're a derivative beneficiary of that application. So it can go down 2 generations, but it never goes down. Your daughter would be the 3rd generation it's going down, or 4th generation it's going down. Grandma, mom, you, daughter, 4th generation going down. It doesn't go down that far. So you're going to get a green card. You're going to come to the United States, and you're going to do one of 2 things. Well, you're going to do one thing for sure. The first thing you're going to do is the day you step in America, you're going to file an I-130 for your daughter. Okay? And then it's going to be about a 1.5 years wait. And then at that point, you're going to have 2 choices. Either you're going to be separated, unfortunately, from your daughter for a 1.5 years, and that's very hard to do. I understand. And we even had a segment about a week ago about separations of families. Or you're going to file the I-130, file for a reentry permit, leave the United States to go back and take care of your daughter for the 1.5 years while she's waiting for the green card. The reentry permit allows you to stay out of the country for up to 3 years and not lose your green card. And then you both come back together as permanent residents when you're like 23, 24, and she's about 4.
All right, so that's the only 2 things that can be done, because
Correct.
In my situation, I don't think I have anyone that I can trust to keep her in Jamaica.
Right.
So that's the problem.
Okay, yeah, so then what you're going to do is you're going to file the I-130. You're going to come to America. Someone's going to have to keep her for a few days. You're going to file the I-130. You're going to get a reentry permit. You're going to go back to Jamaica, and you're going to wait another 1.5 years for her green card, and then you're both going to come up together with green cards.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Are you at a racetrack?
No.
No, I'm at the bus stop waiting to get to work.
Yeah, wow. She's at a racetrack.
Yeah, wow, that was some motorcycle that went by. All right, so hold on if you need help. All right.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We're going to be, let's go to Pauline.
All right, so.
Pauline said, is there an age limit where a mother or person filed for a child?
Just read it out, and then I'll translate it.
Is there an age limit where a mother, open parentheses, or person filed for a child, question mark, close parentheses?
Is there an age limit where a mother can file for a child? There is no age limit where a mother can file for a child. However, if the child is under 21, the waiting time is a lot less than if the child is over 21. So depending on your age will depend on how long you're waiting for the green card, but it doesn't mean you can't file.
So from Shakira, what are all the files you should file other than the I-130 for a spouse?
Where's the spouse?
Where's the spouse, Shakira? I don't know where the spouse.
Shakira. I love every time I hear that name. That song goes through my head.
Yeah, Shakira.
All right. So let's talk. What? There's a Fiona from Brooklyn. Is that the same Fiona who works for us? Let's find out. Fiona.
From Brooklyn. How are you?
Hey.
All right.
Morning,
Different Fiona. How are you?
Fiona, you sound like you're still in bed. What's up?
Yeah. We have a Fiona that works here, so I thought maybe she was calling in sick or something.
No, this is a different Fiona.
Okay.
I'm actually a client of yours.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So my thing is, my husband and I, we went for an interview in June. We're doing an adjustment of status. He's a petitioner. But we interviewed in June, and nothing has been updated on our case.
How did the interview? Well, you didn't get a decision. How did the interview go?
No. Well, I'm being represented by Rebecca. She's the one who prepared our case. She came with us. She said she's of the opinion that it went well.
Okay.
But nothing has been updated yet.
Well, this is what happens. Okay.
What happens?
It's one of three things. Okay. Either one, it may have went well, but the officer doesn't believe it's a real marriage, and they're going to schedule you for a Stokes interview, and we won't know that for about 6 months. The Stokes interview is where they separate you into two different rooms.
Right.
Two, it went well, except there's a problem with your security clearances. And because there's a problem with your security clearances, they can't give you the green card until all your fingerprints come back. Maybe there's a name issue. Maybe there was an issue that, there's a bad person with a similar name or a similar birthday or from a similar town that you come from. Or maybe your fingerprints were not clear. It took them a longer time. I don't know. But it's either security issue. It's number two, they don't believe it's a real marriage. They're going to call you for a Stokes. Or number three, you just have a really lazy officer who's just getting their work piled up. If it's the lazy officer who's getting their work piled up, then eventually, we just got to start harassing that officer and maybe come back into our office so we can start the harassing process. But it's one of those three. It's one of those three.
Okay. So. Yeah, so
I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is, and obviously I'm on a live show, so I can't go check your file.
Yeah,
but you come in, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, or stay on the line.
No. But I did speak to Rebecca again after that, because this firm came highly recommended to me by a former client of yours.
Right.
And my experience has not been a great one, I would say, just because.
So Fiona.
Yes.
Fiona, this is not a show about complaining to Brad about you didn't get your green card.
It's not complaining to Brad.
So 1 second, listen. You want to make a complaint to me? I'm happy to hear it, but we don't hear it on this show. What we do is we help people.
Sure. Okay, could I come in to see you in the office?
Of course. Hold on.
When can I come in?
Whenever you want. I'm here every day. Hold on.
Except Sunday.
Except Sunday, I'm not here.
Yeah.
No, this is not a complaint. This is not the complaint box show. All right? Terribly sorry that she went for an interview and they didn't give her the green card on the day she went for her interview. But it's one of those three.
Right.
It's security. It's they don't believe it's a real marriage.
Right.
Or you got a lazy officer. One of the three. Okay? And believe me, it's one of those three. But if she went on that interview and they handed her the green card because her security clearances were clear, which has nothing to do with us, or they believe it's a real marriage, whether it is or isn't, or you got a lazy officer, then she would have had a wonderful experience. Right. Just happens sometimes.
Stuff happens.
Happens sometimes.
I mean, come on, look. Yeah. I went for my citizenship quite a few times.
That's right.
Didn't happen.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Kim Moore, get ready because we're coming at you real soon. All right? So,
TAMIKA.
Let's go to TAMIKA.
Oops.
Hello?
Hello, TAMIKA.
Hey, TAMIKA, what's up?
Hi, good morning. You guys are great. How are you doing?
Come on, stop lying. We're not great.
No, I watch you every day. Okay, so I just got married, right? But my husband that I got married to, he owes child support. Like he's saying that he owes like $70,000 in child support, right?
Whoa.
So I have a daughter in Jamaica, right? We didn't do any filing process or anything yet. I was saying that would I still get my green card?
You may not get your green card because he owes $70,000 in child support. So what the government's going to say is he doesn't support his own children. Why are we going to allow him to bring another person in that is ultimately going to end up on government assistance? So he's got to get that cleared up. They're not going. You owe $70,000 in child support. You're not supporting your own children. They're not going to let you bring in more family members to America.
You know what? I think this is an opportunity for you to book an appointment to speak with not only the immigration lawyers here, but also the family law department here at Spar.
So even if I do get like affidavit of support, it's still a no.
It's not about the affidavit of support. What they look at is the totality of circumstances.
But Brad.
We have a family law department, but let me just answer the question first. They look at the totality of circumstances, and the circumstance is going to pop out like a I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Pop out like a huge sore.
Oh, disgusting.
Disgusting because it's $70,000 in child support this man hasn't paid.
Yeah, but what I want to
and you know what? And what the officer's going to say is the guy may be a great guy, but the guy's going to say that's also disgusting.
What's her name? Tamika?
Tamika. The officer's going to say, yo, $70,000 in child support. You don't support your own kids, and now you're asking me to go grant a green card to your wife. How we have no confidence that you're going to support her.
But I'm trying to. Tamika, what I'm trying to say, and I'm saying to you and Brad, and I'm quite sure Brad is going to concur. There's a family law department here. Brad said that. But what the family law department could potentially do, all right, is actually set up, go back into court, set up payment plans with this guy, and get things taken care of. Wrong or right, Brad? It could potentially happen.
You can try to set up a payment plan. Mm-hmm. You can try to negotiate with the spouse for a one-time lump sum.
Right.
What you can't do is just allow the child support to keep adding up because it just gets worse and worse.
So I think your options are speak with the attorneys here.
Hold on and see. I don't know what the answer is.
Exactly. Right. So that's the reason why she needs to come in and find out what all the options are, like I always say, right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, 1-800-529-5465. Can we go to Kim and then go to the man or woman in the streets?
Well, we have the matrimonial and family law man in the street question. So Tamika should be watching that.
Yeah.
Tamika should be watching that. We have to still talk about USA Credit. We still have to go to rapid fire round with Kimberly. Mm-hmm. I'll let you decide what you want to do, Squeeze.
I'd like to go to Kimberly. Seeing that Kimberly is Patrice today. You know,
I don't know if Kimberly's ready. Oh, there she is.
Kimberly's always ready.
She's ready.
But we never get her voice.
Never get the volume on.
Although I heard her testing earlier.
Yeah. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
See, nobody listens to me.
There we go.
Remember I told you to get those earbuds? I'll give you $159.
Now we got her. All right, Kimberly, you ready? Social media guru.
I am ready.
All right, let's cook with gas.
Okay.
So these are all the questions that have been left, Squeeze, on the Spar and Bernstein Facebook page.
Because I've been pumping out mine in between.
Because you've been pumping yours out as we've been going.
And I realize when I do that, I get more questions.
Yes.
And Brad H. Bernstein
Brad H. Bernstein.
Yes. Because that name is not on my birth certificate.
The H is for happy.
Yes.
All right.
Brad Happy Bernstein.
Yes.
Like Happy Gilmore.
Yes. Can you imagine if your middle initial was E for Elf?
Brad Elf Bernstein.
Call me up one more time. All right. Anyway, let's get to the questions on social media platforms at David Squeeze Annakie, at Brad H. Bernstein, at the law offices of Spar Bernstein. This is where Kim Moore punches out the question as fast as she can. And Brad, we have a speed gun. We'll see how fast he can do it.
Speed gun, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You know what we'd have? We need like a. You ever see the Seinfeld when George keeps, hitting the every sells a computer? We hit the button.
Let's go.
Hit the bell.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Speed gun.
Speed gun.
Speed gun. Leon on Facebook would like to know if you have two felonies. If you have two felonies and try to get a job, but your background check has made them deny you a job, is it possible that you can scout a certificate of good conduct?
You don't get a certificate of good conduct in New York. You get a certificate of relief from disabilities, which doesn't help you get a job. All it does.
Speed it up, man.
It doesn't help you get a job. All it does is allow you to get maybe a license that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. But there's no such thing as certificate of good conduct. Like a relief of civil disabilities is maybe, there's a law that says if you have a felony, you can't get a liquor license. But if you get the relief from civil disabilities, that helps you get your liquor license if you want to open up a bar. Things like that.
Okay, next.
Tamika on Facebook would like to know if someone comes over here on the farm work program and got a social security number, can they work on it? She's recently got married and has filed her paperwork. Will it affect her if she works on her social security card?
Okay, loaded question in the rapid fire round. And the answer is if you're married to an American citizen and you're working illegally, that is not a bar to getting a green card. So it would not prevent you from getting a green card, the fact that you're working illegally. You have a social security number. If you do work illegally or you work illegally, you have to pay taxes no matter what. Because if you're not paying taxes, now you're breaking the law. You have a social security number, so now you can pay your taxes. You're not breaking the law. The only person who's breaking the law by hiring you on the books with your social security number is your employer. The employer is breaking the law by not checking to see whether or not you are legal to work. But you personally, TAMIKA, by working, paying your taxes, you're married to an American citizen, it's not going to prevent you from getting a green card. The person who's going to get in trouble is the employer.
So much for rapid. Redundancy is what we're getting. Okay,
the redundancy questions. All right, go ahead.
Udia on Facebook would like to know, how long does it take for a person to do medical and interview after the D-260 papers and police records are sent in?
Well, everything gets transferred down to your home country. They should schedule an appointment, depending on what your priority date is, in about 12 to 16 weeks.
Okay.
DC Clark on Facebook would like to know, I want to know, how long after you get married can you submit your papers?
The next day. Next.
Micah would like to know, after the 10-year bar, can I reopen the same petition that my sister filed for me
Yes.
before the 10-year bar?
Yes. And if you can't, your sister can refile for you and request the old priority date.
Island Dreads would like to know, Island Dreads. I was deported from New York to Trinidad wrongfully. ICE brought me here, lied on a paper, called emergency certificate saying I was born in Trinidad. So Trinidad will allow me to the island where they had my birth certificate stating I was born in Aruda after being in the USA since I was 2 years old. In 1973. 40 years later, in 2010, ICE deported me. I've got kids, no family over there, and I was not born here. Please tell me what I can do, because I've been trying to get off this island.
Maybe his parents were Trinidadian citizens, because immigration, just for the record, immigration just can't drop you off in a country. A country has to accept you as a citizen. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of people in immigration detention right now who are sitting there rotting away because their country is not accepting them back. So Trinidad, somewhere in Trinidad, they had to say, yes, you're a citizen. Now, maybe Trinidad made a mistake, or maybe you're a citizen because your parents were citizens of Trinidad, even though you were born in Aruba. That I don't know. As far as coming back to America, you're claiming that you were deported unlawfully. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't, we don't know. The first step would be is that you would have to hire us. We would get your immigration records. We would review it all. It's like a doctor taking a CAT scan and x-ray before surgery. This is surgery here to get somebody to come back after being deported. How could I possibly conduct a surgery without an x-ray? So we would get your records and then figure it out.
So
Denicia would like to... These are some loaded questions.
They're loaded questions this morning, Squeeze.
We've got some big problems in this.
Yes, big problem. Island Dread's has been living here for 40 years and got deported to the wrong country.
So far, every answer has been 3 minutes.
How could I answer yes to that? You needed a little more information. Come on, that would be unfair to Island Dreads.
Hey, let's roll it out.
Exactly.
All right, Kim, knock it down.
I love that name. I just love the name Island Dreads. Great name.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's actually, his full name is Island Dreads Trees Explode.
Can you imagine,
Wow.
Can you imagine Brad having a name like that? Yeah. Island Dread?
I can't, because I lost my hair about 20 years ago, and I'm not from the islands. So,
of course you are.
I got no hair, and I'm not from the island.
Manhattan is an island, and you have got Long Island too.
That's true. I came from not the island that is.
Exactly.
All right.
One last one. Denicia would like to know, can someone who entered the country through the diversity visa program, can someone who has entered the diversity visa program apply for a visitor's visa?
Yes. Unless you won it. If you won it already, then no. If you haven't won it, then yes, you can try.
If you won it already.
If you won it, then you're processing for your green card. Don't go for the visitor's visa.
All right.
Right. All right. That's, by the way, the same program that our terrorists from yesterday entered on.
All right. All right. Hopefully mine will be a little bit quicker. Okay. All right. Here we go. Is the affidavit of support the same whether filing for an adult or filing for a minor?
Same.
The same. Well, I see how quickly you answer that. When doing the paperwork for a green card for my spouse, it asks for supporting papers like the divorce decree from previous marriage. What if you can't find a decree? I got divorced in Oklahoma 10 years ago.
If you go to the court where you were divorced. There's a clerk there, and the clerk has a copy.
Okay.
So if you got divorced in Oklahoma, you go to the court in Oklahoma and you ask the clerk for a copy.
Good. A green card holder. This is from Alma Severva. A green card holder files for citizenship but marries before he gets citizenship. How long does the wife has to wait for the green card?
Where's the wife?
Where's the wife? I'm a survivor.
About 7 to 8. Assuming you filed the I-130, you upgrade it. Depending on at what stage the I-130 is, you figure 6, 7, 8 months.
Okay. All right. So I think that's about it from me for this side. Okay.
All right.
And we covered our questions. I know, Kim, you have another?
I've got 3 last-minute questions.
All right, 3 last-minute questions, because then we got to get to USA Credit Repair. We got to get to our divorce segment.
They still exist.
They still exist. All right, and then we got to get to our divorce segment, our Man in the Street segment, which is always a crowd pleaser. The Man in the Street segment. All right.
I have a blast.
Yes.
Roselle would like to know how long will it take for a sibling immigrant visa to be approved if it was filed in February of this year?
It's going to take at least a year, if not longer, but it really doesn't matter because after it's approved, you're waiting a decade anyway.
A decade.
Or longer.
Or longer.
Renee would like to know how long does the process take for filing for a parent that lives in Jamaica and what forms need to be filed?
I-130 needs to be filed, should be 12 to 15 months. Renee King.
And Sophia.
Yeah. That squeezes Fred, Renee King. Yep. And the last question?
And the last question from Sophia is, if you got your first green card and you're supposed to go in next year for your 10-year green card, how soon after can you file for your citizenship?
2 years, 9 months, 3 days from the time you got your conditional green card.
Also, Angie Angel suggested that you can glue on some dreads.
I can glue on some dreads. I don't think that would look very attractive on me, Angie Angel. Gluing on dreads.
I think see you in dreads.
Yeah, I don't know why. That would be a bad look for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
right?
crazy
Island. They would call me Island Dread Attorney.
I think we should go to the man or the woman in the street.
Dread lawyer.
Let's go to Kim.
So let's go. All right. Again. So let's go to man on the street divorce. We got to do that now.
Or woman in the street.
Or woman in the street, and then we're going to call it the person in the street, the pith.
Okay.
Rather than the person in the street. The pits. Attorneys on the street. Let's see.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show, and we are back out on the streets asking New Yorkers questions about family law. Let's see how they did. Are you allowed to move out of state with your child if you're in a custody battle?
I don't think so.
I don't think you are. It wouldn't seem ethical to do so.
I would say no, because you're in the middle of a case. I would say any type of case that you have with anyone involved, you can leave the state.
Even if you have sole custody of your child, you cannot move out of state without the permission of the other parent or the court. In that case, you have to file what's called a relocation petition. The burden on that petition is very high. You'd be wise to seek the attorneys at Spar and Bernstein to help you with representation.
At what age does child support stop in New York City?
I'm pretty sure child support would stop at around 18 or 19.
18?
I know in Texas it's 18. But here, I'm guessing the same age, 17, 18.
I don't know.
Well, you can see most people think child support stops at the age of 18. It actually is continued until the child's 21 years old.
In New York State, it also does not self-terminate. If you want to stop paying child support when your child turns 21, you have to go to the court and ask them to stop your child support case.
If you have one child, what percentage of your income will you be expected to pay in child support?
If you have one child, I think you should be expected to pay at least 20%, maybe 30%.
See, I don't think there should be a specific percentage. I mean, I guess that's not I know that's not lawful or anything, but whatever my child needs, I should provide for them. If they're my child, they're my child. Probably, if you have one child, it's probably 50, is maybe 50%.
I believe the percentage you're supposed to pay for child support out of your income, I don't think it's that much, honestly. I feel like it's kind of low, but I said 10%, 15%, not high at all.
Maybe 10%?
I would say maybe 15%. This is just all guesses because I'm not familiar with law.
Many of you may be surprised to hear that you have to pay 17% of your gross income for child support. It's not 30%, it's not 50%, it's 17% of your gross income. If you're wondering why you have to pay 17% of your income for child support, it's because kids are expensive.
Does custody automatically go to the mother?
No.
No, custody does not automatically go to the mother. It does not automatically go to the mom, and it shouldn't automatically go to the mom. It should go to the parent who is most fit to raise a child and which circumstances are best fit for the child.
That's funny.
No. I think it depends on like so many things about their income, their situation, current situation, how the way they're living.
Historically, mothers were given deference when it came to child custody. That's no longer the case. Obviously, times are changing, families are changing, and the structure of the court's changing. The courts nowadays look at the best interest of the children. Both parents can be granted custody of their children, so either parent should be going to court and fighting for their kids if they want custody.
In terms of family law, do you know what maintenance is?
Oh. I don't know.
I am not aware of what maintenance is.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Care to take a wild guess?
No.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Maybe making sure that everything is upkept, like your salary is still updated, like all of your information is still there.
Maintenance is spousal support. It used to be called alimony. It's spousal support that you may be court-ordered to pay to your soon-to-be ex-husband or ex-wife.
Can a spouse use incriminating photos or text messages as evidence against you in divorce proceedings?
Yes, to prove an affair. I mean, I guess you could, but in court, would they really think you're lying about being cheated on? Is that a thing?
That's hard because we're very influenced by media and they make us believe that's true, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's like in very specific conditions that you can do that against an ex-spouse. Yeah.
I don't even see how that doesn't seem appropriate in my opinion, but if that's what people do, I guess. But I wouldn't do that.
Photos, videos, posts on social media can be used against you in a divorce. While the fact that your spouse cheated might be the most important thing to you, it is not the most important thing to the court. Unless your spouse used marital money to pay for that extramarital affair, the judge does not want to hear about it. You may also be surprised to find out that if you are conducting an extramarital affair, assets from the marriage spent on that affair can be used against you as well. So be careful.
If you filed divorce papers with your ex months ago and have never heard back, what should you do?
Contact the person you're trying to divorce?
I guess what you would do if you hadn't heard anything back from your ex, I guess, would be to just do what you were doing before. Like, just continue doing whatever you were doing. I have no idea.
Go to some type of higher up after trying to reach out to them. I guess some type of judge, local judge, attorney, somebody with some legal power.
Contact us. If you filed for divorce months ago and you still haven't heard anything, the clerks are giving you the runaround, you need to come to Spar and Bernstein and speak to an attorney in the matrimonial department. We can help.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. She did say she's unmuting.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear that. All right. Squeeze, I'll let you finish up. We got about a minute and a half.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks to each and everyone who participated in our show today. The moral of the show is actually to get help. And of course, to live the American dream, ultimately.
It is.
All right.
That's our new theme of our show.
Yes.
Everyone has the right to the American dream. I think that's a good theme.
It is.
And we're going to start talking more about that, I think.
We should.
Yes.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll return, God's willing, at 12 noon today, right here for the Brad and Squeeze Show. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465 if you would like to book an appointment with any of the attorneys at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein in the capacity of criminal defense, tax law, family law, personal injury, and obviously immigration. Call now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. it is extremely important that you seek legal help and advice when you run into issues out there in immigration and other areas. Thank you so much also to USA Credit Repair for proudly sponsoring this wonderful show called The Brad and Squeeze Show. With that said, we're going to bid you farewell and see you later on right here on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie, at Brad H. Bernstein, at the law offices of Spar Bernstein, and on 93.5 WVIP FM.
Jamrock Magazine.
Jamrock
LinkUp
Magazine.
Media.
LinkUp Radio.
USA Credit Repair.
USA Credit Repair.
We're out of here.
Well. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.